Let me see if it's working. Let me just see if it's working. Yeah, let me see if it's working.
Hello? Yeah, we're going with this, yo. Bro, this thing could load any day. Holy. Yeah, we listening to this joint. I'm gonna get a copyright, alright? But it's alright.
Barbershop owner Barry lives in Queens, New York with his fiancée. And although his customers tolerate him cutting both hair and costs, Gabriella does not.
To save on toilet tissue, I use 10 pieces, 10 squares every day. That's a daily. Sometimes Gabriella, she's like, no. And we get in a little argument over that, a little petty. But I try to save as much as possible.
Barry can be so cheap, it drives me crazy.
Barry leaves me with 10 pieces of toilet paper. Now, my way back to Barry, I leave him with absolutely nothing.
Oh, wait, nah, because they have to wipe their ass every time they piss.
Just so you can see how it
female.
feels when you're stranded on a toilet bowl.
Gabriella is for me because she's not too hard on me. She showed me a good time. And I think she...
I'm sure she does show you a good time.
If I want to drink, I make my own alcohol.
Oh, alright.
One night at the bar, if you buy liquor and beers, it can run you up to $50 to $75 to $100 a night.
I don't know where you're getting your liquor from, buddy.
It's no more than like $5. The sugar and the candy, it makes it really sweet.
That's why you just go to high school parties, bro.
You can buy real wine for about $15, $20 or more. So I save a lot with doing this. I let it sit, room temperature, and there go the hooch.
Hooch? That looks like something that came out of cooch, bro.
Barry has significantly trimmed down the $582 the average couple spends on alcohol each year. But it's actual food costs, which can eat up approximately 12% of a person's annual income. He finds it hard to swallow.
Do you want to go out to eat, or are we going to come back home? Because I know usually you don't like to go out when there's food in the fridge. How about we actually go out and eat?
All right, let's go and eat this.
Alright, where's he going out to eat?
Going out to eat. Barry has discovered a way.
No! Yo.
It's gonna be good.
Driving for as little as 15 minutes can
this
heat
man's
it
really,
to temperatures of approximately
oh my, is he cooking eggs on there?
as hot as most.
But I can do that on my PlayStation. Where's my PlayStation at? Sony
Home
Airlines.
utilities like gas and electricity.
I cook that food on the car engine. Cooking eggs, sweetheart.
You know, I know Barry, and I know how he is, and I don't know why I expected something more than this.
Look, you got a nice ass coat. Stop being a
My
bitch.
cheap ways. But she know that's just how I am. I just
Let me
love
turn this voice
saving.
mod off. I know y'all can take me seriously.
Barry will never change his cheapskate ways. I don't think he's capable of it.
I like to go spin on my little bike to get my workout on.
Alright.
Getting on it and pedaling, I'm just in that zone, and I get burning. You feel the burn? I'm listening to my tunes. It just feels good to exercise, and I just love it.
Right, here's your stuff. I see Jenny probably 2 times a week.
Oh no.
When Jenny first came, I thought she was in the market to purchase a piece of exercise equipment.
Yo.
Most customers will come in and demo the equipment maybe 2 or 3 times before making a purchase. All right, thanks guys, I appreciate it very much. Good luck this season. After 6 or 7 visits, I realized that Jenny wasn't here to demo the equipment.
My habits may be extreme to some people, but I show it off to everybody, whatever it is. It makes me happy. Bye. Bye. Instead of going to gyms, I just go to these sporting goods stores for about 45 minutes a day.
All right.
See, Ed, going to a gym, paying for a membership, I mean, that's like $75 a month. It doesn't cost me a dime to work out in that sporting goods store.
Yo.
I've always been really cheap.
Bro, just
It's
spend
kind
the
of been
money,
something that I have
bro.
always
What else
done.
are you gonna do with
I
it?
just get a good feeling
That
out
car
of not
looks like
spending a
it
lot of
fall
money,
apart.
but yet still accomplishing whatever goal I have. I absolutely hate spending money on things that I can't see the next day if it's gone.
Propel, sponsor me.
On the average, most people, they fill up their tanks once, twice a week. It can cost $60, $70 to fill up a tank. And then you go home and park your car in the garage and you may not go nowhere. So you just spend $60 to sit. Hey, can I get $3.36 worth of gas?
You sure can.
When it comes to gas, gas is kind of like makeup. You know, less is more. When you buy less, you use less, and you save more. When I get gas, I only get a gallon at a time. 1 gallon of gas, 1 gallon a day, saves me money.
Bruh,
Restrict
1
where I
gallon
go.
of gas. Where are you going with that, bruh?
Stephanie's job as a flight attendant keeps her traveling for 20 days a month. But when she's not up in the air, her home is in Dallas, Texas.
My mother used to say, make sure you turn out the light before you leave the room. And of course, nobody pays attention to that until I started paying the bill. Before I leave, I turn off all the electricity at the circuit breaker.
What's she shaking her ass,
Even though
twerking
I'm
on the
not
camera
using my
for?
appliances,
I see
they're
that.
still
I peep
sucking
that.
up
I
electricity.
peep that.
Standby
Go back,
power
go
control.
back.
My mother used to say, make sure you turn out the light before you leave the room. And of course, nobody pays attention to that until I started paying the bill. Before I leave, I turn off all the electricity at the circuit breaker.
Oh, maybe she
Even
did.
though I'm
Alright.
not using
Maybe
my
I'm just seeing
appliances,
shit.
they're
My
still
bad.
sucking up
My
electricity.
bad.
Standby power can draw as much as 250 watts a day from major appliances. By cutting the electricity to everything but the refrigerator, Stephanie saves an average of $30
Oh no,
a month on
I
her
already
electric
see
bill.
where this is going.
When the passengers leave
The
the
nuts.
plane, I go through and check for a meal that's left by a pilot or a passenger. There's really neat stuff here, like ravioli, pasta primavera.
Stephanie's idea of fine dining is bringing home what the airline's leftover. We open up a refrigerator and it looks like a deli.
The food is perishable items. They're gonna throw it away if I don't take it home and eat it. I'm saving myself about $15 on every meal.
You probably.
This is Webflow Interactions, the only tool that brings all the animation power of CSS and Java.
In first class, they serve mixed nuts. In main cabin, they serve the
Yeah, I
regular
got
nuts.
2 right down in my pants,
Now, if they're
bitch.
unopened, you're not allowed to take them. But of course, if they're open, I bag them up, I bring them home. A jar of
Shit.
mixed nuts is about $8. I don't have to pay for them. They're good for snacking, and they're really good for protein.
That's nasty. I don't know what to tell you.